Hello, Alex. Here is your sewer scope from this afternoon's inspection. That's me in the basement, just kind of showing you where we're at, letting you know that we're actually in your basement. And there's the access points into the main sewer line. Uh, Little trouble getting that cap off, but finally got it. We start out in cast iron. Um, the cast iron pipe has not been taken care of, addressed, looked at, cleaned in forever and a day, basically. Um, we don't stay in it very long. We're just about probably about 5 or 6 feet, and then we're doesn't look like it, but we are in a clay pipe. Typically, you can see the smooth clay walls, orange color. This has a lot of buildup on it. For a clay pipe to have this much stuff built on it, pretty impressive. And again, I'm going to say that the line hasn't been cleaned, hasn't been accessed, hasn't been addressed in decades, if at all. Uh, Correctable situation, you can get somebody in to descale the pipe, to clean it up, to get things going, and I think that would probably make a world of difference in the pipe. Just for functional drainage, you're going to see along the course of this that we're holding water in places, holding paper products, it gets caught. Um, I don't think that there's a major risk of backing up, but you want everything to flow properly out of the pipe. And we're just not getting that right now. Um, so we're at the 30-foot mark right now. I'll go another roughly 50 feet before I just can't go any further. Because we've got a number of twists and turns in the beginning of the pipe, and just knowing how much buildup there is in the pipe, I just couldn't push the cable any further. You'll see towards the end, I mean, I was just creeping inch by inch to try to see if I can get, at the very least, when you get to an aggressive downward turn in the pipe, that'll give you a little bit more ability to generate a little bit of momentum and get the camera, working at a pretty decent clip. That never materialized, and I got, again, like I said, I got out to almost 80 feet, and I didn't want to run the risk of snapping my cable. This camera, it's a big camera, it's a 200-foot cable. And would be really, really expensive to have to replace it. So yeah, breaking a camera rod cable is not a fun day, basically. So we got out as far as we could. I'll recommend in the written report that you have the pipe cleaned and descaled, and then once that's done, I would revisit the pipe, right? Just take another video of the pipe. A lot of companies in our area, that'll be part of the service. They clean it, and then they'll present a finished product. Whether or not they can video all the way to the street is a good question. The house sits back a far ways. Most companies in our area don't carry anything greater than 140 feet for their cameras. So, but anyway, no damage, no roots that I can see. Again, just we just need a little bit of upkeep and maintenance, a little housekeeping going on here. And then I think you'll be good to go for a good while. You probably won't have to do it again for another 5 to 8 years would be my guess. So at this point, I've paused to turn on a little bit of water, or a lot of water. Sometimes flushing the line with some water helps to get things moving along a little bit better. Did not really help too much, maybe a little bit. But hang tight just for a little bit, and we'll get moving again. There we go. The other thing I wanted to do was to try to find some soap. Sometimes if you run dish soap through the line, uh, that'll help things, obviously, make them slipperier and get things going. I usually carry a little thing of Dawn, but I am out and I did not replenish my inventory in my truck. We are on a downturn now. I mean, I think we're probably getting relatively close because there's this series of progressively sharper downturns in the pipe. Again, I was hoping that we get to this point, things would move along a little bit better. But again, you'll see here in the next minute or so that I'm just barely eking out a few feet at a time, if that. Probably just taking a wee bit of a break right here, just because physically it's challenging to push something out like that. The cable itself is about 3/8 of an inch, and then if you go out 70 feet of cable plus the weight of the camera head. The camera head's about 14 inches long with a big spring attached around it. So, bit of a workout to get things moving. We'll go another probably 3 or 4 feet here and then I'll stop. Um, Read through the written report. Basically, it's going to be just to do a little bit of maintenance on the line. Again, I don't see any damage, but you want to make sure, and the way that you do that is by getting rid of the buildup and the scaling. And once all of that is knocked out, you can see if there are any cracks or anything like that that you have to deal with. But as of right now, everything looks pretty decent, and we are flowing, even though you're holding a little bit of water at the bottom of the pipe. So read through that written report. Shoot back to me if you have any questions. I'm always happy to be a resource if I can help.